Hey Jasmine, my day's going okay. I'm happy it is Friday. Oh, it looks like you sent a donation over. What can I do for ya? Looks like we got you down for a BOGO. Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Just drop your questions below for me and we'll get started. Hey, Sophie. Yes, it's donation only. So, Jasmine, I'm getting the message that it is in your highest good to proceed with the moving. Right, right. They the message is that you need to move. The message is that you've gotten this far, and sometimes when we're about to do something big that feels different, that feels like a big shift in our life, it can feel a little debilitating. Sometimes we can have things or challenges come up that make it complicated, almost as if the universe is testing you, asking you, is this something that you really want? Or are you going to fall back into old patterns? Um, I can't imagine your position, and I don't know exactly the toll that all of this has taken on you. Only you know that. But I don't want you to prolong or procrastinate or delay, right? Like, I think it's important that you get yourself out. They're saying it is in your highest good to move forward, to not wait, to just go ahead and get your stuff packed and moving. Um, you have already taken the time to do the research. You have already submitted the application, gotten approval. The place is yours, right? So I feel like there's really not a reason to stay around. You have to remember the reason you're doing this in the first place. I can imagine your mom's emotional and verbal abuse on you, making you question yourself, making you second guess yourself potentially, um, making you feel like, is this the right decision? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? I don't want you to move forward feeling like you're neglecting your family or feeling like you're putting them in a worse position by not being there. This decision has to be yours and only yours. It can't be like what someone else wants you to do or not. This is needs to be your own choice, and you have to try your best to separate, the feelings that you have. And there's a lot of guilt that can be associated with emotional and verbal abuse. You can bring your mom into your considerations without even wanting to do that, just because of the conditions that have been set up for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can know objectively and logically this is not a good person, but there's that feeling of guilt that you shouldn't have, but they've kind of ingrained in you. Like, they've kind of taught you that, what they say is important, and like what they say matters, and like you have to take them into consideration. And the guilt that can come from if I don't, you know concern myself with this person who is going to, and then that feeling of like walking away for your own health and mental health and stability, knowing that your life is going to be so much better on the other side, but still feeling this sense of like obligation potentially to this person who has done nothing but cause you harm and hurt you. And so, what you're experiencing right now is a lot of complexity. You're experiencing a lot of feelings of like, it's very layered. Like, it almost maybe could be conflicting as well, where it's almost like you're fighting yourself in this decision. And, you might think, oh, I owe my mom a lot for this, and that. Yeah, she's not been great. She's definitely traumatized me. And this is something I'm going to have to grow out of. But you may feel, like I said, some sense of obligation for whatever reason. But you have to compartmentalize. As much as I know it's hard to say, easier said than done, you have to put yourself first. I can say that I have an estranged parent myself that I very much have kept my distance from. Um, I probably talk to them like once a year, maybe, if that. And I am better for it. And I was experiencing emotional and verbal abuse as well. And also witnessing physical abuse that he was putting onto other people, narcissism, things like that. So I understand to a certain extent your predicament, but I have to tell you, from speaking from like experience, it's much better on the other side. And if you care at all to ever have a relationship with her, if that is even something that's even in your peripheral, you have to separate yourself from her, because it's never going to happen organically the way that things are going right now. And it may not ever happen, but your odds of having a better rapport with her is going to be through the separation. Otherwise, she's going to sink her nails and teeth and grit and whatever else she can into you, so that way you feel paralyzed in making a decision. So I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't hold off. I would just move forward with your original intent. Okay. Let me know if you need any of this clarified, but I'm ready for your second question whenever you are. Yeah. I just don't think it's your highest good to wait. She brought up the essay that happened to you on campus and how you dropped out of school. She stated she'll be returning there to get her degree. Interesting, okay. Paula, I hope you're having a good day. Welcome in, friend. Oh, you sent a donation. We will be with you after this, Paula, okay? All right, Jasmine. Let's see. The school that pushed you out. Post the title on my case. Okay, so you were going to a school. You dropped out of the school. The school sorry, I'm like not understanding what you're saying. The school, you had a case against the school or with the school due to the essay situation that happened to you on campus. But your mom is stating that she's now going to go to that school herself to get the degree. And you want to know what was her reason to bring up something so painful? Is that correct? Am I understanding that correctly? Okay. Okay. What a piece of work this woman is. My God. What was the reason to bring up something so painful? I knew the devil was going to come through. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Honestly, I don't even know if she's going to go through with this degree, to be completely honest with you. I almost feel like it was a way to get a reaction out of you. Now, it doesn't mean that she's not going to try to pursue this with this specific school, but I almost feel like she was trying to kind of rub salt in the wound. From her perspective, it's like, yeah, well, this happened to you, but that's fine. I'm still going to go do what it is that I want to do. It feels very self-motivated, and potentially just a little bit of, I want to feel better than you because I'm going to succeed at that school even though you didn't. Kind of like that weird dynamic, because I remember telling you that she's a little bit jealous of you. Envious of your opportunities and things like that. And that there could be potentially she's trying to compete with you, or she's trying to stifle you so that she can do better, essentially. Because, like I said, back then, most parents want their kids to do better than them, want them to have better opportunities. I do not feel this way about your mom. And I feel like she almost is trying to rival you well, you dropped out of this school, so that's the school I'm choosing to succeed at. Even if it hurts you, even if it brings up painful memories for you, that doesn't bother me, and that I don't pay any mind to that. You couldn't finish at that school. So it's almost like there's a motivation there for her to kind of rub it in your face that if she does get a degree at this school, that it's a school she completes that you did not. Even though you had like a hardship and trauma and PTSD and a horrific experience here at this school, why is she choosing this school? Why not a different one? Do you get what I mean? I feel like she's thinking, okay, well, Jasmine's never going to go back to this school. She's never going to have success here. And so therefore I'm going to go and have success here. That appears evil to do to someone. That's exactly what I said. So this is like her way of trying to one up you. And I truly don't think she cares. I really, really don't. I think it's almost like her goal or something in life is to feel superior to you. You said that's exactly what you said. What did you say? I said, why not go to another school? She knows I was assaulted at that campus. Oh, you asked her that. This whole time I thought she actually wanted me to succeed. She's okay. Here's the weird part is I think she's okay with you succeeding as long as it doesn't go above her success. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, she always wants to make sure that you're in your place, that you know your place and that you're in your place, and that you will always feel inferior to her. So if you get an associate's or freaking it's associates, right? If you get an associate's, she's gonna get a master's, right? Like it's that kind of thing. It's like she doesn't care what you do as long as it's less than her, as long as she's more successful. And I think that in her twisted mind, she knows that you're never going to go back to this school and get a degree. So she's saying, well, she failed. That's how she's viewing it. Even though there were circumstances beyond your control that you're having to deal with completely separately, just outside of the curriculum, outside of the education that you experience there. She knows that you're never going to go back to that school because it's associated with such a painful experience for you. So she says, well, then I'm going to go ahead and go because I will succeed there. And then I can say, well, she failed and I didn't. You know what I mean? And like I said, I almost feel like it was a little bit of talk because I feel like that's what she does is she kind of just says things to kind of rub salt in the wound, just to kind of see what your reaction is going to be, because again, she cares about how what she says and does affects you in a negative way. And so she may not have even put a lot of thought into that, okay? But it's very possible that she still will go and do this thing because, like I said, she wants you to feel inferior to her. It's almost like every move is calculated like a game of chess. Like every single move, she's thinking one step ahead. and just trying to get a reaction out of you, just trying to see. And it's just very unfortunate for you because you deserve to feel supported by her. You deserve to feel comforted by her, like by your mama. I wouldn't say her, but by your mom. And I feel almost like you have this like enemy type of vibe with her. Almost like she wants to be your peer. She wants to be your age. She wants to have all of the opportunities that you have. And I think that because her decisions in life have been driven by her ego rather than love, rather than compassion, she's making all the wrong choices, because instead of making decisions for herself, she's making decisions out of spite. And now she finds herself here all of these years later realizing, I didn't actually make a decision for myself that I actually wanted. I was just being evil. Like, I was making decisions out of hate. And now I regret every decision in my life. And so here she is, like, what do I do now? And I fear she just continues to go down this path. Thank you, lovely. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like your mom has no ability to what's the word? To recognize her choices. She's like, I don't even know if she would have the perspective to really understand that every choice that she's ever made was either actually not her choice and it was made for her, or it was made out of spite and hate rather than like making a decision of what she actually wanted. If she put the effort into herself and focusing on herself than she did into other people, she would be in a much better place than she is now. But she would rather stay low vibrational and not grow and not change. And unfortunately for her, that's just going to be misery. And then that kind of is a cycle, because then she's miserable, so she wants everyone else to be miserable around her. It's going to take you a minute to digest it. Yeah. It sounds like an old BFF. I felt like she was in constant competition with me and others. Like she would try to one-up us. It's crazy how people make life choices in that way. Sorry you're going through that, Jasmine. Yeah, and like the sad part, lovely, is that this is her own mother. Like it's not like a friend where you can say, okay, this is unfortunate, but I've got to move on. Like it's more complex for her, but I think Jasmine is moving forward. She's taking the steps to get herself out of the situation. Oh, I see, Jasmine. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, next up on the list, I have Paula. Paula, if you want to drop your question for me, that would be great. Love for October. Yeah, lovely. I know, it's crazy. Love for October. All right, so I am getting that there's not someone specific that is coming in for you in October in your love life. So maybe October is just not necessarily the month for you, or if it is the month for you, it's probably not going to happen at the beginning. It's going to happen probably more towards the end of the month. So as far as like your love life goes, I don't necessarily see like something coming through next month. However, I am seeing like your energy, how do I say, is getting aligned. It's getting more in harmony. I feel like okay, so kind of what they're showing me is the example, okay, is that if your love life was a closet, all right, and your closet is completely full, top to bottom, you can barely even see anything in there, it's just stuff is everywhere, you got so many clothes, whatever. They're saying like the month of October is the clean out. The month of October, if your love life are clothes and you want something new to come in, then you're going to be making room in that closet. All right, so your love closet. So October is the month of purging. October is the month of getting very, very clear about what it is that you want, what you're looking for in a person. You're clearing out basically to make room for this person to come in. So essentially thinking of it as like an energetic, mental, spiritual, emotional purging where you're kind of cleaning house. You are like strengthening your confidence. You are putting more work into yourself. You are becoming that person that your dream guy wants to be with. You are putting love into yourself. You are romanticizing your moments. You are, for example, if you want someone who is like athletic, you want someone who's like takes good care of themselves and goes to the gym, then maybe next month you're making sure that you're doing those things, because someone who goes to the gym and takes pride in taking care of themselves is also going to want to be with someone who does the same thing. So there's that. So essentially you're kind of spending time between like now and October to maybe like secure yourself more, to clear away the clutter, to maybe kind of officially give yourself closure on past relationships that you don't want to return, that you're saying those clothes are no longer good for me, they don't fit, they're out of style, I've never worn them, they still have the tags on them, let me go ahead and give them away to someone else. I don't want to ever see those clothes again. So that way you have a whole section of your love closet now for a new person to come in and put their clothes. So It's kind of like an energetic purge or clearing for you, Paula, making room for this person that I feel is around you to come in, and focusing a lot more, I feel, on yourself. Maybe spending more time socializing, putting yourself out there, giving opportunity for the universe to bring this person into your life. Because again, as people say, they're not going to find you at home. Your next partner is not going to come banging down your door. You have to kind of put yourself out there. Um, so with the Three of Cups, it's like socializing, kind of getting out of your comfort zone a little bit, getting very focused on what it is you're looking for, clearing away blocks, realigning energetically, becoming more stable, confident, secure, doing things that maybe you would want to do with your partner once you finally meet them, and becoming that person that your love life would want to be with, that your partner would want to be with. So it just feels like alignment, if that makes sense. It feels like things are kind of coming more into focus. If your love life was like a lens that was very, very blurry, it feels like now things are starting to become a little more clear. And eventually you are going to see this man. I do know that you've got this man around you. I've felt him for a long time. And that may be someone that even comes in before the end of the year. Okay, thank you. I appreciate your lovely reading. You're welcome. Thank you for stopping in, Paolo. It was good seeing you. Hey. Okay. So channeled message. Let's take a look here. Thank you, Paula. How am I feeling? Oh my goodness. Tired. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm ever gonna feel like normal again. I'm sure I will. It just my inability to have motivation to get anything done is very difficult. And I'm sure you can understand. But on top of that, I was telling them, people in here, like 2 nights ago, that I'm borderline anemic, and that my TSH for my thyroid was off, and so my doctor feels like that might be contributing to like my low energy. But it's weird because I have mental motivation. Like I I'm like, okay, there's this like piles of like mail that needs to be sorted through, or like, I want to get my office cleared out and I want to get some stuff sold or whatever. And then I'm currently taking a course online for divination, and I'm like, I think I'm just like doing too much or something. I don't know. And then it's like paralyzing me because then I don't want to do anything at all. And I'm basically just trying to keep up with the bare minimum, and that's really hard. So I've been telling my husband, I was like, I'm gonna need you to take some time off. I'm gonna need you to take a couple of 3-day weekends the next couple of weeks if you can, if your work allows it. And I need, do you know, like when they talk about like ADHD paralysis, like if you have someone to do it with, it makes the task easier. That is what I feel like I need. I feel like I'm needing someone else's energetic support. And the thing is that I'm usually that person. Like for my husband, I'm like, you know what, we just like, let's just get it done. And I'm like the one that's like very lively and motivated. And like, if he's like, I'm giving up, and I'm like, no, like, let's just keep going. We're almost done. I'm that person, but I'm like, I need him to be that person for me because I don't have it. I don't have it in me right now. So I need him to be like, okay, that's done. What's next? Okay, that's done. What's next? And so like, I just need him. So I feel like if he has more time at home and he's not working 40 hours a week and he's taking some time off, that he'll be more like willing and able to help me. Like I almost wish like all my family would come over and just like help me get this house in order. Oh my god, it's sorry to like dump on you, but I'm exhausted. This week you literally focus on one thing at a time because you're doing the most. And that's like the hard part too, is that it's like, here's the thing, I want to get the extra stuff done. I want to get the extra things done. Like I literally can think of 10 things off the top of my head that need to be done right now. And those are like not the things that keep the house running, like dishes and laundry and all of that. That's just like extra stuff that needs to be done around this house. And I only have the energy to do the upkeep things, barely. And I cook all of the time, usually, and lately I just don't have the energy to do it. I'm cooking maybe once a week. The dishes are piling up, the laundry is piling up, and I'm literally like bare minimum city over here. And so thinking of trying to do the extra things, it's hard. It's very hard. But he's taking a 3-day weekend this weekend, and we don't have any plans but literally for me to live stream, get through this course, and work on the house. So I'm hoping, and obviously spend some time together because we're trying to also like make sure that we're spending quality time together too. So I'm hoping that we can put a dent in things this weekend, but we'll see. We will see. All right, girl. Let me go ahead and enough about me, but to get started on your reading. I was telling my doctor, I was like, I need like a shot of like caffeine or something. Like I like a concentrated shot. And it's crazy too because I still have caffeine. Not every day, but most days I would say. And it's like barely making a dent. And some people said that sometimes stimulants process different in people. If they have like ADHD, for example, I can drink caffeine and like immediately want to take a nap, and that's like an indication that you could have ADHD, which I think I might have. And so sometimes caffeine does like the opposite for me, which is also really fun. So Ugh, I just don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I mean, I do, but I'm struggling. Okay. Messages from M, please. Messages from M. Are you doing okay over there? Oh no, do you have ADHD? Oh no. Yeah. Like, I mean, and what's weird too about the caffeine as well is like I have a hard time sleep. Like, okay, so let me take it back. Let's say I have caffeine in the, like at like 12 p.m. Okay. I'm ready for a nap by like 1:32. It does not keep me up. But what it will do is that when I'm actually going to bed to like get REM sleep, like deep sleep, I can't stay asleep. It's almost like it gives me insomnia. So it's like I can fall asleep easily, but I can't stay asleep. And so that becomes like a miserable thing all in itself because then I'm wired because I'm very sensitive to caffeine. It's like the weirdest thing. I don't know how to explain it. But some days I have to have it. Like some days I have to just, drink it and hope for the best because I'm like, I don't really have another choice. Anitha, I'm just doing donations tonight. Your mom thinks you do, and you actually follow the businesswoman on Threads. And she posts a lot about women in business with ADHD. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah. I got something. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I got something. And it seems like ADHD. But I was never diagnosed with it, so I truly have no idea. said you're watching a video on Instagram of a girl catching a bouquet at a wedding and another one trying to grab her hands. I have to send it to you because the couple are crazy. Oh my god, people are crazy with that. That's so funny. Yeah, send it over. Almost done. All right, I am saving your message. And we're gonna get this sent over. I was like it's not something I wrote down. Oh wait, let me watch this that you sent me. Hold on. Oh my god. Is this girl for real? Wow. That poor girl who caught the bouquet. She did not deserve that. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my god. It's never that serious. My goodness gracious. It's like that girl thought that this was like how it works. Like the only chance, the only possibility for her to ever get married was through this route. That's crazy. So I was gonna say I didn't actually like write it down, but I do want to let you know that like his connection to you and music is very, very strong. You get channelings pretty often, but so do other people, and I feel like for like I channel really strong for you a lot of the times with music. Like I don't do that for everybody. And it could be just because you're very open to receiving the message and it comes through. Sometimes with IJ, for example, I'll get a song. But like it's just rare. And I feel like he wants you to know that like he connects you to music. So that could be part of like his healing process as well. It could be, when he hears certain songs that inspire him, it can maybe put him into a different world, I guess. And like, I know music is very therapeutic. I know creating music is therapeutic. I know listening to it is. Um, and it can sometimes bring you a sense of peace. It can sometimes make you question yourself, be more self reflective. You guys could have connections to music yourselves because maybe that was something you guys, related on. But I just kept getting like music notes, and I just wanted you to know that he definitely connects um, you to that. I also feel like he has this determination, like, to not let you down. And he like is constantly wondering how you're feeling and how you're thinking about him, and if you are thinking about him at all, if you're feeling anything for him. I definitely feel that he senses you still. And maybe he wouldn't know how to articulate that. He wouldn't know how to like argenic or like explain that, but what I would say is that he maybe feels like your energy is still around him. um and that's partly his own doing, that's partly his thought energy, but there's got to be some kind of channel going back and forth between the two of you, even if you're at a distance, even if you're not in communication with each other. It's like you can't help it. If someone's on your mind, like, you're gonna feel it. There's a song that I listened to recently, and for whatever reason, it reminds me of him. Also, I noticed last weekend he posted a song that you posted a day or two before. Oh my goodness. He's like mirroring you for sure. And then also, I wanted to express that you have a lot of really, really, really great cards here. Like, I pulled the Lovers, I pulled Nine of Cups, I pulled Ace of Wands. I feel like until he makes contact with you again, he's still going to be in this place of doubt. I feel like he just kind of wants to prepare himself for the worst. Like, essentially, if you turn him away, like, he's trying to prepare for that. But I think he really wants to believe that you would be open to at least a conversation. So he says, I see my part in this very clearly, not just the mistake I made with you, but the deeper truths, the way I avoided and shut down when you needed me to step up and fight for you. I'm doing the real work to be a better man as best as I know how, and even though I have made progress, I am not going to pretend to be a finished product. I just see how much I got in my own way and hurt you, who I really do care for. I'm learning to sit with discomfort, even though that is very hard for me. I wish we could have kept in touch and I could have heard your voice, your wisdom, and encouragement. But I know that would only serve me, and I needed to walk this path alone if I ever deserved a chance again. Like, the part that really hit me was when he said, this isn't just about the mistake that I made with you. This is about basically him saying, I'm reanalyzing my life, like, as a whole. Like, you were the catalyst for this, but it almost like cracked an entire door open for him, where he's like, that was the thing um that kind of started all of this. But he's like, but it made me realize deeper truths, and it made me see how when you needed me to be present and you needed me to fight for you, you needed me to say, like, accept what it was that you were asking of me, and I didn't, and I avoided it, and I shut down. And he's like, I know you needed me to fight for you. I know you needed me to, like, confirm that I'm still in this and like I still want this and I didn't give that to you. That part, that was like really, I don't know, because sometimes when I'm channeling, like I feel big moments as I'm writing and like the standout things to me, and that was like one of them. You said we definitely used to connect with music before. You still do. I definitely get what you're saying. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Sorry that took me a little longer than usual. I don't know why. I really wanted to sit with these cards and just like take it in. Oh, you're welcome. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I'm probably going to hang out for like another 30 minutes and then sign off. But I will see you next time. Oh, you're going to send for a spicy. That works for me, girl. I can actually do that. I'll do that right now, actually. Or I'll do it whatever you said for it. All right, so we're doing the first person spicy. Oh my goodness. You're welcome. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's another thing I'm dealing with is these allergies. I'm just like, good God. But you know what's actually really crazy is like, yes, I'm dealing with all of these things, but I'm not sick. Like, I'm literally not. Like, there's nothing wrong with me. Everything is fine with me, generally speaking. But I'm just these little things. Oh my goodness. Well, thank goodness for that, though. Right. I will email that to you per usual. So, you are free to go, ma'am, if you want. Your allergies are bad too. Man. I don't know about you or if we've had this conversation, but I never had allergies before 30. So when I got allergies, I thought I was just sick or I was getting sick, and I wasn't. I was just getting allergies. But it was like ever since I hit 30, I basically had to be on allergy meds all year round. And 30 for me was the year 2019. So 2019 going into 2020. And then all that pandemic stuff, of course, happened. So then I was like, is it allergies or is it not allergies? Like, I don't know. You've had them since you were 17. Oh my gosh. That sounds miserable. Then I can't really complain. You've been suffering much longer than me. You're welcome. Have a good night. I'll send you a message once I email it, okay? Hey Philomena, how are you? I am still working. I'm in the middle of a reading right now, but I can pause that for a minute to work on your readings if you would like, but you'll probably be my last one of the night. Are you planning on donating? Okay, go ahead and do that. Let me know what your question or questions are, and I will finish this reading and get started with yours. Hey girl, can you send that donation over? I am kind of in a hurry now. I need to get going. Got you for a mini reading. What can I do for you? I can do a mini. I have time for that. I move into my apartment next month. How will this new move change my life? Let's see. Well, first of all, congratulations on that. That's awesome. I've actually been seeing a lot of people posting, not posting, but, well, yeah, posting and telling me about moves that they've been making, getting new houses, getting new apartments, or moving out for the first time. So that's really, really great. I'm happy to hear that. Oh. Wow. Okay. So, um, this I'm going to just say what I'm seeing, and then you can interpret that however you want. But I have the Three of Swords clarified by the Ace of Swords. And I have the Four of Cups clarified by the Four of Wands. So it's almost as if this move or this like change in your living space kind of breathes new life into you and brings like this fresh air about your energy. And that in turn is actually reflecting positively within your love life. It's indicating that after going through a time of disappointment or a time of frustration or boredom, even with how things are going in your romantic life, this is almost breathing in inspiration, or it's kind of like a turning point. Something happens here where it's being shifted. Gunner, no. Hold on, I'm sorry. And what this tells me is that either you're feeling more secure, more confident in this new place. Maybe this place is bringing about a lot of inspiration. It can help kind of loosen up some stagnant energy because maybe you're feeling like this is maybe more where you're supposed to be. A lot of times moves are really important because they signify like almost like timeline shifts or like changes, where you kind of feel like I'm leveling up, like this is where I'm supposed to be, and you suddenly feel like you're more in alignment. And so sometimes this can reflect and spill out into other areas of our life, and what it's showing me is it's spilling out into your love life. So this could potentially mean that this is like a domino effect, right? So moving into this new place maybe inspires you to decorate your home. Okay, so like you see, okay, well, maybe I'm gonna do this. And then you're like, okay, well, if I want to set it up like this, now I've got to go shopping. So let me go to Home Depot or Lowe's or some other home goods store. And then that home goods store leads you to meeting a friend that works at that place. And then you guys become close. And then that friend suddenly introduces you to someone whom you never would have met had you never moved into that apartment. It's very much like the butterfly effect, right? Or potentially moving into this place brings you closer to like a gym, for example, and you start taking up a class that you typically wouldn't have because you moved into this apartment and it's close by. You decide to take a class and you meet someone there, or even meeting someone near where you're moving to. So what I'm saying is that this almost creates like this shift or this dynamic in your love life by moving into this apartment. It's creating bigger opportunities for you. That's kind of like once you knock one domino down, it's just going to keep going. And again, these are just examples. I'm not saying you're going to meet someone at a home goods store or whatever, but I'm saying that this apartment could be bringing you closer to romantic opportunities that you know normally would not have access to had you not moved into this place. It feels more hopeful, more exciting. We also have the Page of Pentacles, which feels like this is a new adventure for you. We have the Magician, feeling like this is like, all the tools are at your fingertips for you to create the life that you want. So this might be a really good place to manifest in and try to bring in more into your life what it is that you're looking for, and purging and letting go things that you're not. So Philomena, that is what I have for you. Thank you for your donation tonight. Sorry to make you feel rushed. That was not my intention, but I was like, I gotta get going. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you next time. Everyone else that's hanging out, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time as well. Have a good night, everyone.